this is a message for all my humanitarians out there. In concerns with poverty and homelessness in America, I've come up with an idea that I've been trying to get across for some time now. As opposed to taxing the rich and just waiting on raising the federal minimum wage, how do we create a tax-free incentive for ourselves instead? So basically, a tax-free incentive would be more beneficial for us financially than raising the federal minimum wage and waiting on taxing the rich. Both are useful, but short-lived, and the benefits are minimal. And I think it's a waste of time, to be honest with you. So the idea here is we're going to need an economist and a software developer to create this app so that they can crunch up the numbers and create the algorithm that will offset the payments. And the push here is to make the payments automatic so that people can see their monies grow from day to day. One of the requirements of this idea is that we select names off the list and directly fund people as well. So we're working simultaneously side by side with this app. So the idea is, let's go with 42 million people, for example. Why 42 million people? Because on average, 42 million people on a yearly spend $2 to $4 trillion as consumers. That explains how, on a population of 350 million people, we spent 19 trillion as consumers in 2024, 21 trillion in 2025, and this year, 2026, we're on track to spend $22 trillion. Now, if you stop and think about that for a moment, that's like $61 trillion. That's more than the national deficit. So, to point out, this idea that I'm sharing is just to say that we got more than enough to go around. And it sounds to me, if you just heard what I said, like we are the true billionaires and trillionaires of this country. Sounds like to me that these people need us, we don't need them. And if you look at the categories of the churches and the people that, the oligarchs and these corporations that do not pay taxes, and you add us to that, the working class, technically we're the only ones working for a living. So why aren't we fighting for a tax-free incentive? These guys don't pay any taxes whatsoever. They do not contribute to our economy whatsoever. We are what keeps this economy thriving. We are the economy. Don't be fooled. We are the front line and the last line of defense in this country. This country would be nothing without us. So 42 million people on average spend $2 to $4 trillion a year. Since the country is divided, I'll show you the numbers. 150 million people. Let's go with that. 42 goes into 150 million. 3.5 times. So that rounds us off to 7 trillion. So I'm not saying we're going to generate $7 trillion through this project, but I'm pretty close. 3 to 6 trillion, I'm thinking 10 to 20K a year tax-free. How does that look? Well, if you take that same $7 trillion and you divide that evenly amongst the 150 million people, it brings you to $46,666. If you divide it evenly amongst the population of 350 million people, it brings you to 10 to 20K a year. So, let's be reasonable here. Let's say through this project, at best we do generate 3.5 trillion. So let's cut that 7 in half automatically. What does that tell you? That drops that 46,000 to 23,000, that 20,000 to 10,000. There's your 10 to 20K a year tax-free. If, again, respectfully, we don't create for ourselves and create our own social safety nets in this fucking country, we're going to keep getting the same shit we've been getting all along. Shit. That's exactly what it is. All shit. These people are not contributing to the economy whatsoever. We are fitting the bill on everything. For God's sakes, I mean, we paid to build the roads and they're putting tolls on them on top of that. We can't catch a break for anything. It is up to us to create for ourselves, and our children benefit from this. You got to keep in mind that we're dealing with Reaganomics on top of Project 2025. And if you're not happy with your current situation, imagine what our kids are going to be like. And it doesn't look good. So on a positive note, all I ask is please share the content. That's all I've been asking. Let's work on something unique, something radical that has not been done before. And the only way we can make this happen, again, aside of needing a software developer and an economist to come in on this and fact check me, please do. I'm basing all this on research. I'm here for the smoke, baby. Let's do this. And what we need to do is get the word out, spread the word. If your favorite candidate, whoever it is, I don't care, speak. If you got a reach, get out to them. Spread the word. Talk to your community leaders. Talk to your organizers at the local level. Let's build this thing up. Because there is no need for us to sit here. Since, again, we're the working class. We're the only ones actually working for a living and all this. Why are we sitting back allowing people to make decisions with our money and create any social safety nets for us? As if we can't think and create for ourselves. So that is the motivation of the day. I hope this video finally does it. I've been doing this for a while, guys. The suppression is serious. It's bad. It's bad. I'm not on the FYP, so therefore I am asking for your help. Help me get this word out. Let's see what we can do with this and how far we can take this. Again, we end poverty and homelessness in America. I mean, what else is there to fight for, to be honest? What do you want a higher federal minimum wage? What, so you can pay more taxes? Please share the content. Thank you.